Alright, today we are on the farm, bringing it back with some more Kingler battles. Realizing now, I probably should have put us in some sort of aquatic setting. I don't know why I've decided for the farm. I literally just searched the word horse, and this is what I got. Let's look at a water one. Coral Reef for tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode featuring the Coral Reef. That's the goal here. Anyways, starting it off today, strong, facing triple Kingler week. It's looking pretty good to me. Kingler Togekiss. Now, the reason I go Kingler Togekiss, I never really went over that. The reason we go Kingler Togekiss is because Kingler doesn't like to take damage, as any Dynamax Pokemon would, and it allows me to make sure, because Kingler, it can't stop sleep. So the Lumberry Togekiss allows you to avoid the sleep. It allows you to redirect Thunder Waves. Everything. Anything you could ever want. So, definitely much better than, not redirecting. So, in this battle, the only thing we gotta look out for is that Milo is kind of spooky. Milo, now the reason, it's not like it does anything to my team. It really doesn't hurt me. If you look at my team, like Kingler, Togekiss, or Shifu, Indeedee, all the Pokemon I'm bringing, they don't really care about that. It gets coils up. And with the Foam Burst is good. But when you -2 a Milo's speed, bad things happen. Milo's competitive will smack you around when you least expect it. So if Milo hits the field, I might not be clicking Foam Burst. Weird as it sounds, I might not do it. If Milo hits the field, turn 1, I might actually like max Togekiss. Weird as that would be, I don't really know. We'll have to see what they go for. Stonejourner Dragapult. Interesting. Well, fun fact for those who don't know, Dragapult can't have its stats lowered. You all already knew that, but I had to say it anyways. I think we go for Steel Spike and Dazzle. Because most Stonejourners that I have seen have been Pokesash. And I don't want that to happen. Because I think my Urshifu's in a pretty good spot after this. Urshifu, one of my favorite answers to Dragapult, can come in later. So, especially if we can get rid of this Stonejourner, I feel pretty good about that. So they're not Dynamaxing. Support Dragapult, offensive Stonejourner. What? That flinch sucks. That flinch really sucks. Wow. Wowee. Okay. So that flinch was terrible. But it's support Dragapult. So now I don't feel as bad about the endgame. Like, what the heck is their offense? What is their offensive pressure here? Well, whatever. We're gonna yawn Dragapult now. We didn't get the Dazzle, but if I get a yawn... What? Okay, Wide Guard. This guy's literally just trying to stall my Dynamax, isn't he? Willow, no! I didn't call that he'd be Reflect and Will-O-Wisp! Why? In what world is that effective? We Foam Burst, but like I said, it's only dropping the speed on the Stonejourner, and it's not even going to knock out anymore. What is going on? Alright. Reflect Will-O-Wisp, Dragapult, have it your way. Guess there's not much I can do about that. But like I said, Dragapult is yawned, which means that I can I'm going to yawn it again. Hold up. I'm going to Foam Burst there and yawn here. Yawn will keep the pressure up on that slot. Foam Burst will allow me to get a knockout on Stonejourner. Yeah, so they switch out Dragapult. Like I said, this man's crazy, but he's not that crazy. Torkoal comes in. So I'm not getting a knockout is what you're telling me. So we're not getting a knockout on Stonejourner. Because Sun is being set up, and that means no fun allowed. No fun in the Sun. We have a burned Kingler in the Sun against a Reflect team. Gotta be honest, not the best spot to be in. Man, if only we didn't get flinched turn 1. I'd feel real good if we didn't get flinched. So they rock Slide. The question is what to do now. Because, like, we have Brick Break. We have Brick Break and Kingler. Brick Break time. Brick Break. And I'm going to yawn the Torkoal again. Like, they got to keep switching that slot or something's going to fall asleep. This is what I always called the yawn lock. When you get a yawn on somebody's slot, they can't do anything about it. They either are forced to fall asleep, which is like, fine, I'll take that. If they want to let Torkoal go to sleep, I'm perfectly cool with that. Or, like they've been doing, they switch, and now something new is coming in to take that yawn. So that Dragapult, if you remember, they switched that Dragapult out of a yawn, but now it's stuck again. So we're going to yawn it one more time. And Stonejourner is going to get knocked out because we Brick Break, which breaks their Reflect, too. Which is the really cool part of it, is we broke their team's Reflect. Now the question is, are they really going to just switch Dragapult out again? I honestly have no idea. That is Charizard. So Charizard's threatening, very threatening. We're gonna Liquidation it, and I'm like, okay, I'm like 99% sure they go after. Is there a better play here? I think we liquidate that, and I actually kind of want to switch Urshifu in. This seems weird. This seems weird, but the reason I'm doing it is because I want my Togekiss alive. Because if I have Togekiss, I can follow me Expanding Force. And that might set me up for a win. Whereas Urshifu doesn't seem that important to me. Like, Expanding Force will take out my opponents, like Torkoal and Dragapult most likely. So that's my win con. That's what I need to preserve. And as long as they don't Wildfire into my Urshifu, we are in a pretty good spot to get some more damage off on the Charizard. Oh, Wildfiring is such a bad... Into the Kingler! Okay, so let's cover a few things there. One, they hit the -2, or the burn. I'm going to keep saying -2, because burn essentially is a -2. They hit the burned Kingler as the threat. They ignore the yawn lock I had them in. And so many things. Also, as a Charizard, you usually don't want to Wildfire turn 1. Because your Wildfire only lasts, you know, what, 4? I don't actually know. 3 to 4 turns. And so, if you Wildfire turn 1, that usually means that your Wildfire is going to last less. That's kind of how that goes. And so, since your Dynamax is going to run out too, you typically want to Wildfire on the last turn, so that all of your damage, or like even the second turn, all your damage keeps stacking up after your Dynamax is gone. This guy does not care at all. Airstreams the Togekiss. I was hoping to get the Togekiss. No. The only chance I have of winning this is if Charizard is somehow in Sucker Punch range and Urshifu needs to live this turn, which that's highly unlikely. That doesn't look like Sucker Punch range. It doesn't look like I'm living. Meh. Maybe. Maybe? There is a game. I don't know if we need a crit. We're going to Sucker Punch Charizard. And if it gets the knockout naturally, I'm going to lose my mind. We might need a crit. And if they just max guard, they win. But if we Sucker Punch and they give me the knockout, I think we do win. Because we expanding and we sucker punch Charizard. We're going to have to see. There's no way. Are we actually going to win this game? This is where, if I were streaming, I would start playing the hype music. But I can't do that. So let's just take a moment to think about that one. For those who don't know, Wicked Blow always crits, but Sucker Punch, not supposed to crit that often. So getting that one crit that we needed is actually pretty insane. They might, if they're Sash, or if they just have Draco, they beat me. But they look like they're defensive Dragapult. Did they not have an attacking move on that Dragapult? Maybe they didn't have an attacking move. The only reason I would ever forfeit there is if you don't have a way to hit me. Because even if your only way to hit me is like a flamethrower, still go for it, man. Why would you do that? Well, maybe they had Shadow Ball. They could have had only Shadow Ball or Phantom Force or something. So it doesn't matter what the reason is. I'm taking it. We take the win. We're 3-0 with this team. And now we're rolling up against Comfey, Goodra, Venucole. They've literally got 2 extremely offensive strats and then double Intimidate. That's the way to run it in this meta. But I feel fine about it. Togekiss, Kingler, or Shifu and Didi. Rotom has not seen its matchup yet. Rotom's matchup is Corviknight. And we haven't seen a Corviknight yet. Corviknight's scary enough that it needed a whole Pokemon. But we haven't encountered that yet. So, like, maybe Rotom will see some usage. Maybe it won't. Rotom could go all 3 episodes with actually seeing no usage. Because, like, Corviknight's not that common anymore. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we never use it. Yep, Comfey, Goodra coming in. I kind of want to yawn the Goodra. We'll yawn Goodra. And Foam Burst. Maybe we're just Helping Hand. I'm going to Helping Hand Max Foam Burst the Comfey. Because I don't think... I don't know. We've had bad run-ins with Goodra before. I don't think that my opponent knocks out anything this turn. So we can always just yawn next turn. We can always just yawn next turn. It's not that bad. I drank so much water today. Somehow it's not enough. Never satisfied. So we're both Dynamaxing. For those who don't know, if you're not watching me stream, we played Fall Guys with the other VGC streamers today. We couldn't get everyone, obviously, but we played with me, JoeUX9, Jin, who is another late night streamer, and Mr. Eeks. So if you like watching fun stuff like that, we do that on Twitch all the time. I might be uploading it to YouTube at some point. They max Lightning Togekiss. Well, you know, good thing we didn't yawn. Very good thing we didn't yawn. Comfey looks like it's going to be setting up Trick Room here, which really would be bad. And it's probably going to get it, because we shouldn't be able to one-hit knockout. I take it back. I take it all back. We easily one-hit knock. Yeah, like I thought, we easily one-hit knock out that Comfey. Kingler is busted, and we are showing that in this battle. You underestimated Kingler, you get smashed. That's just how it goes. We're going to be getting the easiest. Now watch, this is how it goes. You follow me, you max Foam Burst the Venu, then next turn Indeedee comes in, you start smacking him up. I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually impressed that that knocked out the Comfey. Not that I thought Kingler was weak, but I thought people ran like max HP, max defense. I thought because of that, they would live. I don't know. I don't know, Comphase. I've never used it, really. So they Sludge Bomb. They are smart enough not to go for a Grass move or a Sleep Powder. Their Goodra is going to be slower than me too, so even if they somehow one-hit knock me out, which they won't, they will not, we will go first, getting the Max Foam Burst. Why did that do half to Venusaur? I don't know. They're going to get a Max Lightning off on me, but like I was saying, honestly, it shouldn't knock me out. Even though it's in terrain, we have that Assault Vest. Okay. Yeah, it needed that crit. I was gonna say, I was hyping Kingler up forever. If it's gonna let me down right then and there, that's fine. I kinda earned that one. Well, whatever. We're still fine. Like, you see we get a little wrecked by that crit, but I think that Expanding Force, Wicked Blow should be enough to clean this game up. Most likely. It could get a little dicey now. The thing is Kingler was supposed to allow me to switch, and I can't switch anymore. So that's a little scary. So it shouldn't matter where the Expanding Force goes, as if I remember correctly, they didn't have any terrain. They are going to protect Venu. If they protect Venu and knock out Indeedee, I'm going to cry. Not actually, but that'd be so sad. That would be the worst end of this episode. Expanding Force, it's not going to knock out Goodra because they're really bulky, but it does a lot. Good damage. Max Wormwind hopefully doesn't knock me out. Please don't be that strong. Okay, that's fine. We didn't need to live with that much. We just live, and that's all that matters. Like, Goodra's good, but it's not that good. It's not one-hit KO on a neutral hit good. So, very important to remember that Goodra, while cool, is going to have its flaws. Always good to remember. So, Expanding Force, Wicked Blow. The reason that I'm Wicked Blowing Venusaur is if he has Torkoal in the back, the Venu is going to switch to Torkoal, and I need to knock that out on switch-in to ensure a victory here. But they shouldn't be able to do anything about it. So yeah, they do switch. That should be a Torkoal. Would be the only way yeah. Torkoal comes in. Like, you saw me one-hit KO it last game. It's gonna happen again. There's no way. Wicked Blow. Wicked Blow is definitely enough to put even the most defensive Torkoal into Expanding Force range. Expanding Force. We already saw it KO's Goodra too, so no worries at all. Knocking out both my opponent's Pokemon. Now they do still have that Venusaur, but Venu's good at a lot of things, right? But one of its biggest flaws is it has nothing that targets both targets. So no matter what they do, they can only shut down one of my Pokemon. If Venu had Dark Void, might be a different story, gotta be honest. But at this point, they can Sleep Powder my Urshifu. They can Energy Ball what I assume is Indeedee. They can take that knockout. I am taking the victory of this battle. There's nothing they can do to stop that. So, very, very good win there. Yep, knocking out Venu. What's going on, guys? 4-0. 4-0. Kind of crazy. Maybe this team's just, like, really good. I don't know. Kingler? Busted. I'd give it a try. Honestly, okay, here's what I'd say about this team. So, we're 2 episodes into this team. If you've watched to this point in the video, you get some extra special advice. If I could give my advice, I would say that even if you don't like Kingler, the idea of Urshifu and Indeedee is still really good and deserves to be looked into. If you like the Kingler, Kingler is almost in the best spot imaginable with this exact team. So I wouldn't go modifying Kingler too much. If you want to modify something, take the supports of Urshifu and Indeedee. Do something new with that. That's what I'd say. But that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. As always, don't forget to leave a comment. If you got any teams you want to use, rental codes or Pokepaste are acceptable. I'm not making fun, but I saw a guy who said, like, use my Dreadnought team. And I was like, what's your Dreadnought team? You know, like, even if you list the 6 Pokemon, I don't really know what that is. So if you can give me any context, I'll try to run with it. But that's it for me. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe as usual, and I'll see you back tomorrow with another episode of Kingler.